What's up guys, this is Amit and here is a quick patina update on my Tudor Black Bay Bronze. So there's the watch itself, and for those of you who are new to the channel or haven't seen any of my previous videos, I basically bought this watch about 18 months ago, and at the time this model was very new, hardly been in the market for a couple of months, so there were no videos to show me exactly how the patina develops on this watch. And so I'm trying to change that, and which is why I documented the entire ownership process. There are plenty of videos on my channel where you can see me unboxing this watch where it was very gold and blingy, and then there's also a 6-month update on the patina, there's also a 12-month update, and this video is just supposed to be an 18-month update on how that patina has evolved in the last 6 months. So with that said, let's get straight into it. And as always, I'm going to start off on the left hand side of the watch. So the general idea is obviously the depth of the patina has increased, and you can see that dark brown patina there. If you look closely, you might also notice some of the green stuff around the bezel area, but let me just zoom in a little bit. Not sure if the camera picks it up enough, but there's a little bit of a green stuff around the bezel area, but generally I think the pattern in which the patina develops has remained the same. So this area for some reason doesn't get much patina, whereas this side and this side here gets a lot of patina. And again, the depth of the patina has increased quite significantly in the last 6 months. Hopefully the camera and the lighting setup I've got picks it up nicely enough. And if I move on to this side, I think this is where I've seen a significant change, in the sense, if you remember from my previous videos, or I'll put some picture up here, basically we used to have a sort of U-shaped pattern there in which the patina used to develop, but in the last 6 months that has pretty much starting to go away, and I feel the patina is kind of starting to spread out to the outer edges of this side here. But let me just zoom in a little bit, and hopefully you can see it in a bit more detail. So you can see that U-shaped pattern is getting wider, and the patina seems to be spreading out to the edges of this side here. Whereas if I quickly jump onto this side, you'll see that the U shape is not that wide. It's basically still as narrow as it was, but even so, the patina has become very deep and very brown. Obviously, again, there's a lot of green stuff developing around the bezel, but we will get to that in a second. And let me just show you this side as well. This is the side which gets the most patina, probably because I wear my watch on the right hand side rather than on the left hand, but that's probably the reason I think this side gets a lot more patina than that side there. And also around the crown, hopefully that is evident again, it has become very dark brown, and just the depth of the patina has increased in the last 6 months. So let me actually also unscrew the crown, and I can show you exactly how the crown has patinaed over the last 6 months. So again, this side of the crown, as you can see, there's not much patina. There is patina obviously, but it's not that deep brown. But if I just rotate it to this side here, there you can see on the bottom half of the crown there's a really deep, really dark brown patina as well. And while I've got that open, let me just try to zoom in here, because hopefully you can see some of that deep dark patina along with some green stuff as well. So that's the sides of the case. Let's just have a detailed look at the lugs as well, because I feel that has changed quite a lot in the last 6 months. So starting at the top left one here, hopefully you can see it nicely. There is a very dark deep patina, and obviously there's also a little bit of the green stuff around the bezel here. But let me just try and change the angle and see if we can see it better. There you can see a little bit of a green stuff developing under the bezel there. And then if I move on to the bottom lugs here, you can see that's starting to get very dark and patinated nicely. Obviously the color keeps getting darker, but I can actually see the depth of that patina. So that's what I'm trying to showcase here on the lugs. And then again here on the top lug, I think there's less patina on the on the top right lug compared to the top left. Also on this side, I think I've already covered the crown, but let's just give you a second look, and you can see that has also developed a very dark and very deep brown patina on it. And also you can see there's some of the green stuff under the bezel, but I'll come back to the bezel in a bit. Let me just show you the back of the case first. So I'm gonna try and hide the serial number. And actually, I've just realized, don't be surprised by that. That's not how the strap or this watch comes from Tudor. That's just me being lazy. Once I had replaced my strap with a replacement strap, I just thought it would be easier for me to leave the spring bars outside of the strap, because it's just easy to replace the strap that way. This is something I've never covered in any of my previous videos, purely because it was not easy to show you the case back with the strap and the spring bars loaded properly. But now this gives us a very good look. And again, because I haven't taken the strap off in the last 1 year or so, I wasn't sure if this was already there, or it's just me noticing it now, or whether this has developed in the last 6 months. But you can clearly see, obviously apart from the patina, you can clearly see a lot of the green stuff around the bezel, and that's how it looks after 18 months. Now, I'm sure you're aware, this part here, the case back, is actually stainless steel. It's just PVD coated to match the color, so that will never develop any patina, obviously. But around the case back, you can see a lot of that green stuff, and obviously the brown patina as well, hopefully. And that there is just the model number 79250. But apart from that, on this side as well, let's just take a good look. You can see the depth of that patina, hopefully. I mean, personally, I absolutely love it. I know a lot of you have asked me a question saying, are you going to get the watch polished at some stage, or get it sort of remove all the patina and restore it to its original glory? For me, that just defies the whole purpose of having a bronze watch. The whole point of having this is to actually have the patina on it. So I am never going to get it polished or get to remove the patina even when I take it for a service. I absolutely love how this watch looks with the patina on it. And while we've got the strap off, I can give you a second look at the details there. So hopefully that's more clear now, and you can see how the patina is spreading out to the bottom edges there, and in fact even on this side here. Hopefully the depth of the patina comes across. And then we can take a look at this side as well. Excuse the shivering hands, I'm just trying not to drop the watch because there's nothing underneath this camera setup. So now that I've got the strap back on, I don't have to worry so much about dropping my watch. I can actually talk you through a couple more things. So first off, a lot of you have asked me about how the patina has affected the bezel action, so let me just demonstrate that. And actually, before I even go there, I've just reminded myself that it took me over a year of owning this watch to realize that the bezel on this watch has a sort of locking mechanism at the 12 o'clock position. So when you try to rotate it, the very first rotate takes a little bit of pressure, and as you can see there, but then once you've unlocked it, the bezel action is as smooth and as buttery as it was on day one. And what I'm also going to do is shut off for a second so you can hear the noise of that bezel. So I hope that shows you that the patina hasn't impacted the bezel action in any way, shape or form. And actually that also reminded me about a couple more comments. So some of you have also asked me if that inner ring there, the gold bit or the rose gold bit, does that develop any patina? Now as far as I'm aware, that anything which is inside the sapphire glass, that doesn't develop any patina. And so that inner ring, hopefully you can see it is as shiny and beautiful looking as it was on day one. And to be honest, I preferred it that way. If that ring developed patina, especially that green stuff, I'm not sure I would like the dial so much, but I'm glad Tudor has decided not to have that inner ring in bronze. And lastly, I just need to cover these buckles off. So what I've noticed in the last 6 months is that a lot of that green stuff has come back, as you can see there on the screen. So that bit there has a lot of green stuff. I had wiped it off previously, but then it just seems to return after some time. So let me also just show you this side. What I've also noticed that this side, again, probably because I wear my watch on the right hand, this side is a lot more darkish brown and has a very deep patina compared to this side here. And also, just to cover off the fronts as well, as I mentioned before, the front of the buckles, it does obviously have some patina. It's not blingy gold as it was on day one, as you can see there, but it is not as brown as some of the areas on this side, for example. But that's how it looks after 18 months. Initially, when I saw this green stuff, I was a bit concerned, but now that I know I can easily wipe it off with a moist cotton bud, it doesn't bother me much. Actually, that reminds me, one of the other questions you guys have asked me is whether I've had any green residue on my wrist from wearing this watch. Personally, I've never had any green residue on my wrist from the watch, but that's just my experience of it. So that's how the watch looks on my wrist, and hopefully that gives you a good idea. And with that, all there is left to say is that hopefully you found the video useful, and if you are looking to buy this watch, please do check out some of the other videos on my channel. That should give you a good idea of what to expect from this watch, or any other bronze watch for that matter. But if you've enjoyed this, please give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for plenty more videos to come. And if you do have any questions, please do leave them in the comment section below. I'll try and answer as many as I can. Thank you very much for watching. I will see you on the next one. Take care.